I've always believed that comics is a legitimate art form, and it was so frustrating being in college. Like, there are certain artists that were allowed into the curriculum and certain artists that weren't. And I would always ask them, like, you know, when I was back in school for painting and printmaking, like, we could look at Andy Warhol, we could look at Ansel Kiefer or David Saldi or somebody. But I was like, well, what about Jack Kirby? Like, can we look at Jack? Like, no, that's comic books. And then it's like, okay, well, then is it merely money? Like, do you just want to see some money? Here's Frank Frazetta, motherfucker. You happy now? You know? But then it's like, that's not enough. There is something that's very special to comics that makes it a different art medium. You know, the French call it the ninth, right? We already have dance, poetry, literature, music, right? Go on the line. And then eventually comics is something, it's a weird hybrid of storytelling and picture making. And I think it's its own medium. It's special. It really is.
What is up, everybody? I'm back. Sort of. I had a little pocket of time, and I'm like, I gotta get this thing going. I've been falling behind with YouTube. Well, not falling behind. I've just been so busy. It's nonstop, guys. It really is. It's kind of crazy. It's a lot of projects I'm working on right now, and just multiple commitments. I'm overcommitted. That is for sure. And then, yeah, just all the usual excuses. But dang it, last week I was supposed to stream. I saw you, Comrade Sammy / Steampunker, calling me out. I was supposed to stream. Mo Biggs. You guys were on it. And Mark's Music Perception has become a member for 4 months. What the heck? What the heck? Mark's Music Obsession. Let's start this off right. 4 months for a member of my channel. I'm so appreciative of you, Mark. This one's for you. No wonder why I couldn't hear you guys clearly. My headphones weren't plugged in all the way. That'll do it. But yes, it's been kind of crazy. And anyway, what I was saying was a lot of you guys were calling me out because I said I was going to stream last week for this package that was supposed to arrive January 8th. I got the notification and everything. Man, I was waiting for pins and needles. I'm so excited about this package. This is going to be the main package we are unboxing today. So excited about it. Probably one of my most favorite things that I've been anticipating in a long time. And that's saying a lot because I do tend to get a lot of packages, as you guys might know, comics related packages. And I get excited about a lot of them, but this one in particular is very, very exciting for me. Guesses in the chat what it might be. Drop a note in the chat if you think you know what it is, possibly. But anyway, I got this notification. It was supposed to come January 8th, and it didn't come. Dag nabbit, UPS, or whatever you are. What was the delivery? I think it was UPS. Surprise, surprise, it was late. And then by the time it came the next day, but by the time it came, there was no way I could stream. I think it was a Friday. And there was no way I could stream on that Friday. So then the weekend happened and I was angry, but also just outside of YouTube streaming, I'm like, I want to look at this package. But because I have this weird hang up about opening things online with you guys now, totally codependent relationship with YouTube about unboxing stuff that I get in the mail. I couldn't open it this weekend. And I've saved it just for you guys. That's how important it is for me that you guys witness my reaction when I open this. It might be a downer for many of you, But I'm so excited about it. But I have a little pocket of time. I don't have unlimited time because I have to get to an appointment or get one of my kids to an appointment by. I have to leave. I have to be out the door by 4. So I get a little less than a couple hours. Should be enough time. But surprise, not only am I going to open that super box, but I have another box that came that I'm going to open as well. So I'm really, really excited about it. And I also am excited to reconnect with you guys because, again, it's been a minute. It's been long. And it's so much fun to just see how you guys are all doing. Like this man, Mark's Music Obsession, channel member, fourth wall member, always great supporter. Yeah, just love hanging out with Mark's Music Obsession. So I actually dropped him a little DM on the side of like, hey, Mark, you going to be around? Because I wasn't going to do this without you, Mark. So I'm glad you're here. And he was first in chat too, which is awesome. Who else we got in here? Michelle is here as well. The better half of Eminem. Afternoon, everyone. Michelle, great seeing you here again. I'm guessing Mark let you know that this was happening. Maybe you guys are watching this together. But awesome seeing you here. Jeffrey Beats is in the house. What's up, Beats? Where is your...
10% bogan, 50% bogan, 100% bogan.
How are you doing, my friend? It was great having you last stream. And I think when I streamed... Oh, yeah, when I streamed last, it was a late stream, wasn't it? I was doing the master study. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Rocky Ballesteros. And a bunch of things that I do. One of the main things I do here is My Wednesday Comics, which I've tried to stream every Wednesday or thereabouts, at least to talk about the comics that I pick up every week, which is cool. The other thing I do is I call it a master study stream, where I reproduce comic artwork from artists that I think are legends. I'm currently working on my 10th master study right now for the king, Cranberry Landers. Cranberry Landers is not the king. He's a king too. But Cranberry Landers says, 4 months, how are you liking Animal Man? I am liking it, Cranberry Landers. I am still in the middle of volume 2 that you sent me. So I will let you know once I finish that volume. Holy cow. So many things going on. But Cranberry Landers.
This is a cranberry full of power.
Channel member, also faithful OG. What was I saying? Master study. I'm doing my 10th master study. It's going slow just because I'm so busy right now. I was supposed to get a good start on it end of last year. I only eked out one stream where I started penciling it, but it's a Jack Kirby double page spread. Doctor Doom. It's going really well. But the trick is finding time to do it. Most of the times, a lot of the master studies I've done in the past have been late night master studies. For those of you who have been around for those, a lot of them happen late night because it's quieter, less interruptions, and it's just a good time to draw and sit down and chill and draw. Not so much energy from the day. You're just focused on drawing. So I do like to do it in the evenings. However, I've become so busy that my evenings are getting swamped up with work. And so it's a little insane. There was a couple days there last week where I went to bed pretty late. Not quite all-nighters, but it was back-to-back, super late nights. And you can understand, or at least I can understand, how when people get sleep-deprived, they start going a little crazy, because I felt like I was going insane just a little bit. It only took 2 nights, but it was kind of nuts. I was like, I think I'm losing my mind right now, and that's it. I'm going to die. So that's kind of the state that I've been in. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Can't complain, but it's a little insane. We are shooting the fat. I forgot how to do all this stuff. All right, who else is in the chat? I had mentioned Cranberry Langers, Jeffrey Beats, awesome seeing here. Mo Biggs is in the house.
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
Very cool, Mo Biggs. Mo Biggs hit me up with a comment about the package. He was tracking it. He was definitely tracking it. And I think, Mo Biggs, I think you'll like this package. It's not manga. How about that? But he was tracking it, and I think I just saw in the chat here right before I went live, he mentioned something about being glad that I didn't get to stream it because he wouldn't have made it. Here we go. Kind of glad the package arrived late since I would have missed the stream. Now the stream is on a Monday when nobody else streams for a reason. Who would have thought? I haven't streamed on a Monday in a while. So yeah, good time to stream as any. This is just the pocket of time I've been able to fit. Mark's Music Obsession says, I guess Bancroft is going to stiff us on the awards. Oh, yeah, I had no idea what you guys were talking about in this. Maybe I don't want to know, because what happens on Bancroft channel stays on Bancroft channel. I don't know what this means. A member of the pony set. You guys have your own things. I have not been able to watch many shows. I think I caught like a small amount of Shanth's show, my friend Shanthan Jetty, recently, and I've been so out of touch with him because, again, busy and holidays and all that kind of stuff. I've been meaning to reconnect with him, and the only time I could just connect with him was on that when he was streaming. So it's really crazy. Steampunker is here, aka Comrade Sammy. You never came back on January 8th, you fibber. I know. I had good reasons. One, like I said, I couldn't stream because I didn't have the package. And two, I couldn't do it the next day. But it's going to be worth it. It's going to be really worth it. I'm supposed to break in the new username if you don't stream. That's true. You could stream. Announcing. Introducing. Our favorite chat ninja. Steampunk. No, I'm happy to oblige. I'm telling you, I am so crazy busy. And I think I said this last stream, but you know, there's things that fall off when you get really busy. Hygiene, laundry, chores, basic necessities. But you don't realize what you miss until you don't have it anymore. And dang it, I miss streaming more frequently these days. But it'll come back around. Things will even out, I hope. It's just insane. It's going to be insane for a little bit longer. Bancroft Estate is in Bancroft's birthplace, Queensland, Ohio. In Victoria, he lives in a dilapidated shack in his wife's back garden. Bancroft usually has an annual awards show for the chat called the Wrenchies. Oh my. See, when you commit to things like that, I mean, I feel it too. It's like when you commit to doing something like this and then you don't, and you can't keep up the commitment for whatever reason, because it's like an ongoing thing, then you get in trouble. This gatekeeping is expanding faster than the forehead. You guys are brutal, man. Doesn't sound like anything to mess with. Down south where the Bangers lives is a different story. They drink fancy coffee beers and draw medieval Santa Clauses all day long. What a great life. Yes. Sounds like it was looping. It was looping. Sorry about that. My sound's looping. One of the things I have to do when I go live is I have to mute YouTube on the web browser. Otherwise it will loop. Which reminds me, I need to check my sound on my other setup before I do that, another stream there. Because we had some sound issues last time. Yes, it was the countdown music. Hopefully I got it. Jeffrey Beats says, go, Rocky. Unbox some good stuff. I will. Let's get the fat going. We're going. Invisible Jet Comics is cool. Yeah, that's awesome. That was another thing that happened last Wednesday. I didn't get to stream last Wednesday. But I went to Invisible Jet Comics because Chris opened her store back in her original location. I mean, boxes were everywhere. Her and her husband and her friend were like unpacking stuff as people were walking in. But it was so good to see her and just catch up for the brief moment that I had. And just so happy to see that she went back into her original store, which some of you already know. There was a business that caught on fire that was near her store. And then they had water damage. She had to move to another location. And it was right on her anniversary, her first year anniversary of opening up her store. And she was going to have a big celebration and everything. And that's when that fire happened. So it's kind of crazy that now a year later, she is back in her original spot. And she kind of revamped it. She's got a lot more inventory than when she left. So she's trying to figure out how it all goes. But yeah, I'm so excited and so happy for her that she's back. Oh, that's me. I said that. Okay, it's all good now. Mark's Music Obsession said for my sound. Yapper in Chief, that's right, I'm back. That's right, back. Michael Bancroft is here. Speak of the devil.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Who is this man? I've forgotten his name. No kidding, man. No kidding. Happy New Year. Jeffrey Beats says it. Happy New Year, bangers. Happy New Year, Michael Bancroft. Hope you're doing well. Haven't connected in a while. Goodness gracious, the holidays came like a tornado. I just took down my very last Christmas lights outside of our house, which was kind of sad, actually. We had a really wonderful just holiday time, and I love seeing all the lights out and everything, and now it's all gone. Return of the Yap and the Boomer. That's right. Not surprising to hear from Michael. They all look alike to me, Bancroft. Sounds like there's fires. Oh my gosh, what is going on? The world is burning down. So much craziness going on in the world. And then yesterday, I didn't watch them, but yesterday it was like the Golden Globes. And I'm like, is this appropriate right now? I don't know. You get a lot of packages? I do. Yes. I hope fires go away now that the heat wave, excuse me, still dealing with the cough. Heat wave has gone. Yeah, I hope you're okay, Bancroft. Mark's Music Session posted our Discord channel, which I didn't talk about. I was trying to keep it at a minimum. Oh, looky here. Mark's Music Obsession also posted my 4th wall account. I'm going to pin that instead of the Discord, just for the heck of it, just to mix it up a little bit. Perfect time for Rocky. Okay, I'll do it. Mo Biggs, you're already a channel member right now, so you won't benefit from this. But, wait, can I do it? Membership gifting. All right, I'm doing it just for the fun of it. Let's see what happens. I'm sending 5 right now. It's allowing me to send 5 right now. Well. I just saw it show up, and this'll crack you up. What happened there? Happy New Year to you, Mo Biggs. Michelle received a gift membership. That's awesome. Emo Trash. Is Emo Trash here? I don't know if Emo Trash is even here right now. She received a membership. Evan received a membership. My friend Evan Bernstein. I'm supposed to stream with him. I was supposed to stream with him yesterday, and I don't even know how I'd have been able to fit it in. But then I ended up getting asked to go to a Warriors game, a basketball game. So I went to that and rescheduled. We're supposed to stream next Sunday. Just mark that down in your calendars, you guys. I like to stream with Evan. We just talk about pop culture news, fun stuff like that. All right, did I miss anyone? Wait, I see there are more people. Jason Bascom, Unhinged Entertainment, is in the house. Awesome seeing you, Jason. How are you doing? Long time no see. Cranberry Langers, we already said. Channel member Cranberry Langers. If you're new to the channel, you don't want to risk missing Rocky's master studies. Draw streams like no other. There's always a 50-50 chance we'll... That's right. We could rename those to spill streams or, I don't know, disaster streams. I will be distracted as I'm currently in the midst of crafting fresh rolls and peanut sauce. What the devil? Peanut sauce, like, is that an Asian thing? Or is that like a peanut butter alternative? That sounds amazing. Hey, I'm always up for recipes. Steampunker. You know me. It was 2 a.m. your time when you streamed last time. You were still multitasking, drawing, talking, reading, and chat. Impressive. Thank you for recognizing that. It was a little crazy. And since I've been sleeping kind of nuts, it's almost like I'm on like jet lag time or something, because my sleep rhythms are all bananas. And then I'll like get really wired late at night, and then in the middle of the day I'll just hit like a slump, and it's not good. Rocky prefers to do draw streams at night after his wife has gone to sleep, so she won't realize he has thrown his second favorite cat. He was actually really annoying. So I have my desk set up here right in front of me. I have a monitor that's on a movable arm, and underneath it I'll put like my keyboard, and I even have a standing desk kind of set up. Not like an automated one, but where I can like move my camera and move my monitor up, everything, and I'll stand and work. So I tuck that all underneath this monitor that's right in front of me. Well, I moved it the other day, and my cat, this second cat, he realized that or noticed that and immediately jumped up and like commandeered that spot. And so for the last few days, I haven't had to use that space. He's just been like sleeping there when I work, which is really cute. But it's also really annoying because right before I started streaming, I need all the space I can get to open this packages and whatnot. And he was like yelling at me to be in that spot. And I had to push him away. And he just kind of like sighed really loud. My cat does that. Like if he's upset, he'll go, and then he like walked off, and now he's camped out upstairs. But he was really annoying. Really annoying. I mean, he's super cute, but really annoying. There can be serious health risks. Excuse me. Health risks involved with missing sleep unless you are under the influence of crack. I know that. And as I get older, I think I'm experiencing that. Before I'm like, whatever, I'm going to catch up when I die. Like really cocky about like sleeping late, because I'm kind of a late night owl in general, always been. But now as I've gotten older, I'm like, oh gosh, like I won't say I was hallucinating, but something was going on with my mind there. You can have a stroke. I don't know. It was bad. Yeah, it was bad. It really was. Sure, she could have streamed, but who is going to watch if they didn't even know her new name? When did I sign up for streaming? Steampunker's angry. I'm just saying, you have an account. YouTube makes it super easy now. You can just hit go live, set up your camera. That's what I did. And here we are. Yes, I know. It takes time. All these things take time. You think we're just wasting our time on silly things? This is real stuff right here. Michael Bancroft says, in my defense, I also said I'd send the winners awards, but never got around to that either. There you go. Consistently dropping the ball. I like that. There's consistency in that. Mo Big says he was in it for the online clout. Okay, back to making fresh loads. Nice. Consistency is, there we go. That's what I'm saying. Be consistently horrible or consistently crazy. Consistently late. Yeah, I can get on board with all of that. Shipping rates as they are, it is unreasonable to expect Bancroft to send out a dozen awards or so, mainly to the U.S. every year. Yeah. I don't know if he's the one who committed to it. How come Bangers gets the cool Aussie intro when I get the Bogan percentage intro? I don't know. You know, actually I do know, because Bancroft was the first Australian in my chat, I believe. He can take that title. And the first Australian reference that came to mind was Crocodile Dundee. I'm sorry, America. And then when you came along, I think the words bogan was thrown around. Was it by you or was it by Bancroft? I don't know. And that's how we ended up there. So it's because the depth of my knowledge of Australian culture, contrary to that poll that you sent out that I aced, is really shallow. So that's all I got. It's like Crocodile Dundee and maybe a didgeridoo sound or something. I don't know. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969.
How do you say monkey in French?
I love seeing Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. He's always up for the bande dessinée. I've been so dry on French comic books. We got to make a change. We got to change that somehow. I got to start searching on like French sites for stuff that I could never afford and want, and have it shipped here for exorbitant amounts of money. Cranberry Langers took my Christmas decorations down a full half a week ago. I can't believe you left yours. It wasn't that long. It's only January 12th. I mean, we took down the tree pretty quickly, which was sad. And we picked a great tree this year because it was really fresh even when we were done, unlike some other years. But the outside lights, they're a little harder to get to outside. So, and I just like seeing them at night because it gets so dark here so soon. When you come home and you see the lights blinking, it's still nice. So, yeah. But I just took them down yesterday. Okay, gift memberships. Be fair, I think people don't care as much about the Golden Globes right now. I haven't watched Golden Globes or any of those award shows in ages. Those used to be things we would do, maybe as a kids, or even as our family, we'd sit down and watch it all the way through. Everybody be talking about the monologue and like, you know, how cool it was or how funny it was the next day. But now, I don't know. I have no interest. I think a lot of it too is just because that the movies that tend to win the awards, I'm like, or the shows, I'm just like, I don't know. Really, it's gone downhill. At least as I've gotten older. Mo Big says that's fake news that I just got a membership. Now you got it. See, when you don't want it so much, it comes. That's life. Everybody's happy for Mo Biggs. It only took us how many months for that to make that algorithm work? Yes. Yes. She's here in spirit. Michelle got one. That's right. Earphones fell out. All right. You're welcome, Michelle. I didn't do it. I mean, I just pressed the button, but I wish I could take credit for it. But I'm glad that the YouTube algorithm gods smiled on you today. Basketball over us. I couldn't pass up these seats. They were really good seats. And we lost. My Golden State Warriors lost. But it was a good game. It's always fun. Bancroft has flatting and chatting. You could have chilling and spilling. That's really good. I don't know. Peanut sauce, I haven't heard. It depends. Dang it. It depends on what the recipe is. Spilling the ink leaves. Is that a play on spilling the tea leaves? Is it? Spilling the tea? Spilling the ink leaves? I approve as long as it spells it chillin' and spillin'. Of course. I might add a Z in there too. Chillin' and spillin's. Because I'm cool like that. I'm at work listening. We're not supposed to be on our phones. Everybody be quiet. Don't make Jason laugh. Because then they'll know. There we go. Okay, everybody. 5 hours later. Dang it. What am I going to do without you guys, like, ribbing me this whole time? Yeah. Can't go live without 50 subs. I will possibly do some. But I have 43 subs, Mark. That's seven subs away. Did Michelle sub? Just calling out newly channel member Michelle. Did you sub to Mark's channel? Did her church group sub? There's got to be 7 people in that group, Mark. I think you got to work harder, Mark. Where are we at? We're at 678, guys. I'm really sad because it's true. The less frequent you stream. Oh my gosh, it's already 2:43. The less frequent you stream, the less content you put out there, kind of slows the momentum. And I have felt the momentum slow, but I am so thankful that members still come and join and subscribers still join. It's been awesome. And I was even, when I was catching up with Chris at Invisible Jet, she was like, how many subscribers do you have now? And she actually used to work for, I don't know if it was Google, YouTube in particular. I think she used to work for Google. I don't know if it was with YouTube. It might have been. But she was like 678. She was like, all right. She was like super excited. And because she's seen me when I started the channel. So it's really awesome. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up when I'm so infrequent. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like before we get into it, which we are getting into it soon. Hit that like before you forget on your way out. I'm not saying he shouldn't do the show. He should, and he will, and we will revolt in the chat. But I don't expect him to send out physical awards. You will have some fans already, MMO. I did ace that Aussie poll. That's right. Did you tell Bancroft that? Did you send the poll to Bancroft? How many did I get right? Was it like 13 out of 15 or something like that? It's pretty awesome. I went around my house speaking an Australian accent afterwards. Lucky Luke. Oh my gosh. Lucky Luke is a comic strip. I don't know if you guys know Lucky Luke. That is like one of the most famous European comics out there. And I'm ashamed that I don't know who the author's name is. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the chat in like 5 seconds here. Blueberry, of course, I know that, was illustrated by Mobius. He didn't go by the name Mobius. It was Jean Giraud. Mobius was the name he used for his sci-fi kind of sci-fi, like more mostly his sci-fi comics. But anyway, Lucky Luke, I don't know the name of the author, creator, artist on that, but that is one of the most popular European comics, and it just never clicked in America, at least not that I know of. I've never seen it like really take hold of the American audiences like it has in Europe. I remember when I was younger, we had like a German exchange student stay with us for like a month, and then I went over to Germany and stayed with his family for a month. And I was obviously into comics as a kid, and all he had was Lucky Luke, and they're really good, but yeah, they just never clicked in America. You could always do a kangaroo or koala themed sound. Would people even know what that is? Steve Irwin? Maybe. But then if I change people's sound bites, I've thought about this. I actually have. If I dip my toe into revising people's sound bites, that is a slippery slope. With all of you, especially. If Rocky is going to use a Steve Irwin sound clip, it has to be, I'm really passionate about pigs. I don't think he ever said that. I love Steve Irwin. Man, I miss that guy. If you don't want it, oh. Yep, you're already a member. You are already a member. You were gifted a membership before, weren't you? You're just living on gifts, Mo Biggs. This ain't no government handouts. Oh, it actually kind of is handouts. Steve Irwin's a legend. I dig his work. I never met him. That would be awesome if you met him. The cool thing is that both his daughter, who was a tiny little girl when his show was at its popularity, and his son, who was a baby, have continued on his work, and obviously his wife. So that's pretty awesome. And his son looks like just like him. You can take at least partial credit for Michelle's membership. At least you don't hoard your free gift memberships to chat like Bancroft does. Bancroft, you need to send out those gift memberships. Is Rocky dying? No. I mean, I guess technically yes. Technically yes. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to take this. Sorry. Hang on a second. That was my kid. Everything's okay. I am technically dying. I just don't want to die faster than I need to. I'm coughing. It's, I think, actually my cough has gotten better since I had the bad stint a few weeks ago during Christmas break. But I think because my cat was sleeping under my desk or sleeping under my monitor, there's more fur here, and I am having an allergic reaction. Zach is retiring. He's picking up the mantle. What did I miss? I missed something. Okay. Yes. Yeah, you guys know me. That's crazy. Are you leaving, Cranberry? Don't leave. If Michelle's entire church group subscribes, I might have to alter my chat content. True. Even if new people don't show up, we'll always be here to be a thorn. And I love that. You guys are the best. Really great. I don't know if I say that enough, but you guys really, really make it fun. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Poor Bancroft gets sent enough polls at his local gentleman's club, the Drongo Dongo. Yikes. Want to do the Aussie test I did? Yes. Okay, 12 out of 15. Yes, Michael Bancroft. He does sound like he has a thirst and clear of now whether or not it's hard-earned. Probably because we know it better than cowboy. But didn't we invent cowboys? Is that an American, like a doggone it Americana thing? And yet it wasn't popular here? That's weird. Oh, because we know it better. Yeah, but you would think it would be as popular. It's funny. There was another book when I went to Paris last trip that was really popular. I think it was called The Undertaker. But there's multiple volumes in it. I bought like a rough layout book of it or something. Like it's like thumbnail sketches in it. I think I've shown it on the screen before. But that was a Western too, and it was like, darker and a little bit more adult than Lucky Luke. But that one doesn't really come here either. It's weird. Rocky can get that. Michael Bancroft, I'll make a new one and post it on Rocky's Discord, which means you got to join it, Bancroft. I'm really passionate about pigs as a real story. Is it really? Okay. I did not know that. Okay. Mademoiselle de Cochon. Wait, are you talking about Lucky Luke? Oh no. Morris is Belgian. Belgian. Okay, then what's that? What is that? What is this? Changing it is a slippery slope. I'm not a government handout. I'm a kept man in the chat. The people love me. Okay. All right. It's the zoo calling. Yes. You had the flu, Christmas. Oh, did you have the super flu, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969? That was all in the news for like about 1 week. Super flu. I mean, I don't doubt that it was probably there, but it definitely gave the vibes of like, here it comes. We get that with the, what do they call it? It's not the atmospheric river. It's like the cyclone bomb or something like that. When they want to freak us out about the weather, they'll say, it's coming, the cyclone bomb. The super flu is coming. Was it bad? I mean, I don't want to make fun if you had the bad super flu. I did not get the flu. I just got a cold. Awesome One is here. We talked long enough. We yapped long enough that Awesome One showed up.
Yes, that's awesome.
Was it your birthday, Awesome One? Holy cow. Happy birthday to you. I don't have a happy birthday sound. I just have this. And this. Actually, this is more appropriate for Awesome One. Happy birthday. If it really was your birthday, happy birthday. Saturday. Wow. I hope you did something something nice for your birthday. That's great. I had lunch with my buddy Marty. You guys might remember my buddy Marty, firefighter Marty. Had lunch for him celebrating his birthday. He had a birthday recently. It was really fun. Love that guy. SF Zoo needs a cell phone tower. It does. I haven't been back to the zoo in a while, but the weather has been getting better. So, yeah, I do need to get back out there. I seem to be a member on many channels I rarely watch. Awesome One. You got to come back, man. I know you've been watching less and less streams. Understandable. It's a cycle. It's an up and down cycle. But we're here, and you're here now, and we are going to start unboxing stuff. I only have an hour left, guys, and we are going to start unboxing some stuff now, because if not, I'm not going to be able to like geek out for as long as I want to. And finally, right before we start, Lindsay Rose.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
I am alive. I was reading a comment and speaking, and I was about to say, I am smelling funny, because Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 said that. Smelled funny for 2 weeks. Things smelled funny, or you smelled funny? That's a big difference. But I hope you're on the up and up now. Flu ain't fun. Michelle has been walking her pup Remy. She will be back soon. Hopefully she's missing it. Oh, it's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually I'm not getting to the big surprise first. I got another package. So I'll start there, and hopefully she'll be back when I get to the big one. Oh, prime rib and catfish sounds amazing. If you guys are ever in San Francisco, there is a famous restaurant here called the House of Prime Rib, or as we lovingly call it amongst friends, Hopper, Hopr. And it's like a what do you call it? Staple restaurant here, very legendary, and they have different choices of food you can order on the menu, but pretty much there's like a set menu for this prime rib, a huge cut of prime rib. They make it all fresh, and they come around with a cart and they cut it in front of you, and you tell them what piece you want, how much you want it cooked. But it also comes with like their set salad. They have this, oh gosh, it's called, it's not, is it Irish pudding? It's almost like the souffle thing that's part of it. Cream spinach. It's really, really good. Really expensive, but really good. And kind of go there for special occasions. But if you like prime rib, that is the place to go. And a really good friend of mine loves that place so much. He goes there often, and he's kind of known by the staff there, like they know him. So he has like the inside connect. But he loves his prime rib. And every time we go to different restaurants, I'm always asking him, I'm like, hey, how is the prime rib? And he's like, it's okay. But I don't think there's anything he's eaten or anywhere he's eaten that has topped House of Prime Rib. So if you like if you like prime rib and you happen to be in the city, I recommend going there. You got to get reservations though. House of Prime Rib is known for their catfish. I don't know about that. Wow, it's been a while since you've been here, awesome one. She did. She's trying it trying it out like a new car. Yeah, if you come, Mark, you gotta go. Can't say the same here. It's supposed to hit 80 tomorrow. Wow. It's really nice right now. Here, weather in San Francisco is very nice. Really warm, nice for a week. Now it's cold and windy again. Sammy Steamer. Okay, let me get the first package. Where is it? Let's get going because we have limited time, and that would be a shame. Oh, shoot. Now I got to respond. All right, let me go get this. Oh, it's here. I was wondering where this package is. Okay, first package. It's about yay big. I know what this is. And this is kind of a unique, oh, let me switch. This is a unique one because I wasn't planning on, I had no idea I was getting these books. That sounds weird. Of course I knew I was getting these books. I wasn't planning on getting these books. But you guys remember last unboxing I did was The Art of Daniel Warren Johnson, which is an amazing book. I know that Adam, he's been in the chat many a times before. He's on my Discord. But he is a huge Daniel Warren Johnson fan, and he got his copy too. Oh yeah, I gotta take out any incriminating evidence here. But he got his Art of Daniel Warren Johnson too, and it's just amazing. So Art of Daniel Warren Johnson was produced by a company called Flesk Publishing. They do a lot of like very high-end art books, or like I'd say monographs, like for specific artists. So the first time I was introduced to their work, the art of Arthur Adams. Ugh. And then the second time was the art of Daniel Warren Johnson. Both books, amazing, excellent quality. Here we go. Oh, let me switch now. So, this is it, Flesk Publications. And they put this little flyer in here that shows the different books they did. There's the Art of Arthur Adams, Daniel Warren Johnson. And I was looking at this afterwards, after stream, just to see these books. I was like, oh, I've seen that. Oh, okay, cool. Terry Dodson is a, established comic book artist Frank Cho, Mark Chiu. These all, I'm like, wow, that's cool. And I went on their website and looked at some of these because they have samples on them. And then I saw this. I was like, Bruce Timm, wait a minute. Bruce Timm, amazing, amazing artist. One of my favorites. He was the guy who headed up Batman the Animated Series. And I was like, what Bruce Timm book do they have? And I saw this. Fiendish Monsters, the horror art of Bruce Timm. And I was like, what? That exists? How did I never hear about this? And so that's what I got. This is a cool little print here. Here it is. Wow. This is, let me zoom out. Cannot contain the awesomeness of this. You're going to see a little bit more of my desk here. There it is. Fiendish Monsters, the horror art of Bruce Timm. I had no idea this was being published. And Bruce Timm doesn't come out with art books that often. The most famous one was The Art of Batman the Animated Series, which is an incredible book. I've looked at it on stream before. And it's not all just his stuff, but predominantly Bruce Timm stuff. And it's incredible. Bruce Timm not only is an amazing animation producer and designer, but he's also a fantastic comic book artist. And he's drawn nothing regular. He's not been a regular artist on any particular comic, but he's done some one-shots here and there, a lot of them Batman the Animated Series. He did the famous Harlequin story, Mad Love, which is an award-winning story. He did that. He's did one-shot. So he's done a lot of stuff, most of it in the Batman the Animated Series style. But he's also done some stuff for Marvel here and there. Every now and then, if you see like anthologies, sometimes Bruce Timm will contribute to that. But anyway, he has a love of comics. In particular, Alex Toth and Bruce Timm. Alex Toth and Jack Kirby are big influences on Bruce Timm. So it's kind of appropriate because we're in the middle of that Jack Kirby master study, and then to see Bruce Timm's work, you guys will start seeing some similarities or definitely the influence of Kirby on Timm's work. Okay, hang on. Emo Trash is here. Newly minted channel member, Emo Trash. How are you doing, Emo? Of course, he finally appears on the air the one time I'm preoccupied. This has not been the one time you've been preoccupied. I've appeared on the air many times you've been preoccupied. I felt so bad he gave you a gift membership. That's right. Seems like we lost Forehead. Could be posing in front of another high-rise window. I don't know. Emo Trash says, oh, Dad went back to work. We found his brain. We're good. That's great. Congratulations. I'm happy to hear that. I know that was a little stressful during the holidays. That sounds much better. Praise God. Yes. Always in the last place you look. Yes, Jeffrey Beats. Get ready. I have to go. I'm not spending any more money. Bye all. I'm on the big screen now. That's like Mark. What Nick Dragotta did for the bat symbol, Bruce Timm did to Batman's face. What? What are you talking about? Baby got back, man. It's been weeks since you've been on air. Not weeks. A week. A week. It seems like weeks, but it's not. Even Frank at Amazing Fantasy was like, hey, you haven't done a Wednesday comics in a month. And I was like, no, it's not been a month. It was almost a month. But I had done like a Christmas stream. I had done the New Year's stream. I did the first master study of Jack Kirby. So I was streaming, but he was talking specifically about Wednesday comics. Anyway, Bruce Timm, Horror Art of Bruce Timm. This came with this amazing print, beautiful. Bruce Timm draws incredible women. Very influenced by, like, if you can believe it, like Dan DeCarlo, who did the Archie comics. Okay, Fiendish Art, Monsters, Horror Art of Bruce Timm. Whoa. So I've seen these. Wow, I have to move my thing left. Can I move this camera? Oh yeah, I can. It's like all the way left, very awkwardly far left. Okay. I've seen, like, here and there. Bruce Timm loves, like, pulp art, and I've seen him do, like, images of Dracula and, like, noir stuff, but I've not seen it all compiled together like this. Oh, this is so cool. Sorry, let me hold it like at a bit of an angle so you don't see the glare. Bruce Timm's got some great ink work. Oh, he's done this kind of, oh, what do they call it? Not, he did this for like a Two-Face drawing. It gives us this like noir pulp quality. I don't know if this is just a digital brush or something, but that's cool. I love Bruce Timm's inks. Yeah, and he did these covers too for these pulp books at one point. Coquille board, that's it. Coquille. Coquille board technique. That's that like textured look. Wow, this is fun. This is a side of Bruce Timm that you don't, you know, in your mind, it's very much geared towards Batman the Animated Series, so it's really fun to see him take on a different subject. That's awesome. I love his color work. I've seen him, he uses like artist markers. He probably uses colored pencil, I'm guessing. But a lot of it is like the artist markers because of the way the blending style. But he does some cool colors, really great stuff. He's got the pencils right here. I remember he did like these images of Buffy the Vampire Hunter, in this kind of style, which was great. So he just has this amazing ability of like combining cartoony comics with like action stuff, and it's always appealing. Like this is the cartoony stuff. This is awesome. But then he can get, kind of realistic here. He's got great caricature sense too. These art likenesses. This is like Hammer horror films. Man, I gotta tell Shant about this book. He would love this. It's great. Where is Shant? For shame. Shant was in my last... He showed up in the last stream. He's so busy. Just working hard on his Spring Ball book. I think that's what he was working on the last stream that I joined of Shant. He was working on some Spring Ball stuff. Yeah, so this feels like colored pencil here, and then this is... I don't know what he used there. This one feels like art markers. But it's interesting because the things I just said, he mentioned to himself. He says, doing the illustration based on a photo reference is always a challenge. It can be tricky to find that sweet spot between realism and stylization, which I think he does perfectly. Dracula face above is fairly exaggerated and cartoony, but it's rendered in a semi-painterly way. See, like this, that you wouldn't think that's like Bruce Timm. That has very like Hammer horror poster feel to it, and less of the stylization that Bruce Timm normally does. So this guy can draw. I mean, he definitely can draw. That's awesome. That's a great design. I wonder what the year is that he did these illustrations. It seems like he does this just for fun, you know? Gray markers, soft number 2 pencil. Wait, who is he talking of? Fake zipatone technique. Nice. It's just cool to see him like play around with different styles. This is awesome. Frankenstein. Yeah, Prashant would love this book. I know he loves Bruce Timm's work and obviously Hammer horror stuff. It's just cool. I guess he's drawing. Yep, these are all like Hammer actresses. Maria and Frida Gellhorn. Hello. Let me just make sure. That's awesome. Great stuff. And a lot of this stuff influenced like the Batman stories, right? This time period, this feel. So it makes sense that he would like this stuff a lot. That's great. Vampire Circus. Huh. I guess these are all based on oh, this reminds me of the Buffy picture he did. Do I have that here? I don't know if I have that. I don't know if you guys, do you guys remember Tiny Toons? Which was the like 90s kid cartoon version of Looney Tunes. Bruce Timm worked on those too. Before he did Batman. Oh, this is awesome. This is Nosferatu. Oh, I do remember seeing this book. There is a book called Giant Size Kung Fu Bible Stories, and which they weren't really Bible stories. But I remember seeing it in the shop, and Bruce Timm did a short story in that. I never picked it up. Okay, I see something. That's an amazing picture, but I don't think I can show that on stream. This one's a little bit more tame. These are all like, they all feel like the world that like Vampirella lives in. Oh, there's that print that came with it. Wow, look at these beautiful gesture sketches. Those are awesome. He's such a good designer. He's got such great line quality. That's cool. Great colors. You normally don't do Mondays either. It's true. It's true, but I found I found a bit of time. Oh geez, it's already 3:16. I gotta move faster. This is awesome. Great book. I was chewing the fat one day. With some of the guys I worked with on Batman the Animated Series, for a hot minute we toyed with the idea of self-publishing a black and white horror comic like the Warren Mags. Oh, they should have done that. Yeah. This is like an homage to like Ratfink. Pretty cool. This is cool. Very unexpected to find out that they were publishing this. But I'm really cool. I'm really happy that I found it. So Fiendish Monsters, the horror art of Bruce Timm. Go check it out. Fless Publishing. If you're fans of Bruce Timm, if you're fans of horror art, it's a cool little collection here. And it's not often that you see Bruce Timm stuff like compiled together. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Off the big screen with that picture. Yes, sorry. Oh boy. The real Dracula. Where is Shant? Did we already say that? Am I gonna have nightmares? Nah, it's not that bad. Shant is too humble to show up and have everyone point out that his horror art is even better than this. Shant's great. Shant is such a fan too. I actually didn't know how much of a fan of horror art he was until recently. I mean, until he started doing Nosferatu, his own comics. That's a cool little sticker. This is a Terry Dodson sticker they included in there. That's cool. Okay, there's one more book that I got from this Fless Publishing. And part of the reason why I bought these two books, not only because I love it and love Bruce Timm's work and I love Gary Gianni's work, which this one is about, but they were on sale too because of Christmas. So yeah, I took advantage of that. But Hellboy Into the Silent Sea, the making of the comic revealed Gary Gianni and Mike Mignola. So I actually didn't ever read this comic, Hellboy Into the Silent Sea. But the fact that they made a making of book, and Gary Gianni is an incredible illustrator. I would even call him, I mean, he's a great comic artist, but I would even call him more of an illustrator. I think he leans more illustration than comic artist. Just my personal opinion. Gary Gianni worked on a book called Monster Men. He's worked with Mike Mignola many a times. I think they're good friends. And he was also one of the concept artists for Guillermo del Toro's movies, predominantly his Hellboy movies. So yeah, he's got this pen and ink style, like a classic pen and ink style, hatching, very traditional, and I love it. But I was really intrigued because this is a making of book of his story. So of course there's like these behind the scene layout stuff. Like as a comic lover and artist myself, I love seeing process. I love seeing people's rough early sketches. It gives me hope that like, wow, they're so good, but oh look, they just started with stick figures too. Sometimes that works out. Sometimes you look at people's rough sketches and you're like, oh my gosh, they look better than my final drawings. But anyway, I love process. And so it's cool. And I was really intrigued that they did it for this particular book. And it sounds like it sounds like there's even a commentary going on of like why did he pick this shot, what he was thinking as he designed it. So that's awesome. That's really, really fun. So like this first section is all these thumbnails, which is great. Every single page. Oh, okay. And then here is the like roughs to final inks. Wow. Look how intricate. And zoom in a little bit. Look how intricate the line work is on this. Is it focused? It's great stuff. Oh, this is great. It's like this old school illustration, but he's drawing a Hellboy story. Beautiful. It's like really atmospheric, this style, because of the line weight, the line quality. And I love that it's in black and white. You would lose all this when you start throwing in fancy fancy coloring. This is actually a similar style that I feel like David Finch is drawing. Similar technique that David Finch is drawing Skinbreaker, that current book he's on. That's cool. Yeah, he's including some like photo reference here. It's awesome. It's awesome to see how people use photo reference. It's an awesome face. Stippling. Yeah, there's some of that in here. It's a lot of hatching though. Stippling's more like dots. But the using the technique, the ink technique, so like hatching, then cross hatching, and then layering those techniques to give you like depth. I find with artists that are really good at that, they have like if you squint your eyes, you get a sense of depth, and you can see things in grays, if that makes any sense. So like the darkest darks here, and then the light source, like they're all figured out, and it's just with inking techniques. It's amazing. No color. This is great. Like he goes heavier here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It goes heavier here in the inks. Really pulls that foreground, right? And the shadows here, and then a lot lighter back here, but it pushes those lines back in the background. That's great. Great spreads. And even the direction of his ink line has a lot to do with like the motion on the page. Here he's referencing stuff that Mike Mignola's already done. So you can see the difference in their techniques. Gary Gianni's very much a hatching and Hellboy. Mike Mignola does these like solid black areas of shadows. Yeah, this is really like in-depth process for this story. Oh yeah, this is that image here that it came as a print. Feels like a wood etching of old. Creepy face. It's cool. So yeah, this whole book is just chock full of the process and the final. But even in the scans, wow, this is a lot of work to put this book together. Even the scans of this final work, you can see the variations in the ink. So it's not just like a leveled out black is black, white is white. There's like variations in the black. So it's like they scanned it at a high quality scan. That's cool. Oh, I love this. There's a German artist by the name of Dürer who did etchings that remind me of this. It's kind of where the technique kind of came out, where they're carving in metal when they did the etchings, but it's cool. This is super dense. I'm sorry that I'm kind of blowing through this fast, but I do want to start opening up the main package. Woo! I got a lot of stuff to look through. Oh, cool. There's some color work. There's like color studies. And then the final. Oh, cool. And he was basing it off of this painting here. I've seen this. The Flying Dutchman by Howard Pyle. Oh, no, this is Howard Pyle, right? Bottom left. That's cool. He was using it as like color reference, style reference. Oh, this is painted on canvas. You can see the canvas texture in the scan. This is from Monster Men. This character here. Very cool. Hellboy Into the Silent Sea. The Making of the Comic Revealed. The Making of the Comic Revealed by Gary Gianni and Mike Mignola. Really cool. Very off the beaten path. Like, I'd never heard about it, never heard it advertised. I mean, Flesk. I think they got to do a better job of advertising stuff. Definitely feels more like art book as opposed to comic book. So that's probably why I didn't hear of it. But still awesome. Okay, I'm going to catch up here and then... this looks like The Incredibles. The Bruce Timm stuff. Stop. Girl looked like a kid. Yes. Emma Frost joined Dracula. Yes, Bruce Timm, that's right. That was some Goofanoid meets Child Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, yeah. Bruce Timm also worked on Freakazoid. You remember that show? Yeah, Tiny Toons. They were tiny and toony. It's true. It's true. Chop Chop, you're losing your audience. I'm sorry. 316 says, I just shot your fat. Chewing the fat is not as cool as shooting fat. There you go. Monsters look like a good book. Yes, yes. Have had lime jello on hand for the last week. Oh, nice. Cool Hellboy cover. Fresh rolls are done by comrades. By Steampunker. I think the PDF or whatever book has awful art. Okay. Slow Ninja. All right. Spring rolls and yes. Spring Ball would be Sammy. Spring Ball would be proud of your spring rolls. Corto Mal. Ooh, that sounds like an interesting article. Did John ever come back to YouTube? Because he used his real name and refused to come back. He didn't come back. I haven't seen John in forever. He shows up in Discord every now and then. Back to work. Oh, you're going to miss it. Okay, I'm going to get to it, everybody. Okay. John only screams into the void of my DMs because I've grown to be atrocious at replying late. Between me and Michelle, we have 7 bedrooms, so room for the Rocky crew for sure. Oh, that's awesome. Mark's been telling us we need to make it down to Hawaii. Hawaii. Man, my brain. Florida. Mark has 20 rooms in his house. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind. Yes. Thank you. Wow, Michelle, well done. Newly minted member. Already dropping the 30 emoji. Well done. The comic, not that art book. John shows up in Discord now and then. That does me no good. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. I need more room for this package. This is, okay, so here, I'm wearing my shirt. Look how big this thing is. You guys have any guesses? Is 2 words beginning in B? Yes. Yes. Okay, so this is a Kickstarter project that was started at least a year ago, I think. And the second I heard about it, I was 100% committed. Oh my gosh. So, well, let me pull it out first and then... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, that's not important. Ugh, jeez. So, this is a little bit overboard in a good way. I went a little bit overboard on this because this artist was one of my favorites. Oh gosh, this is... I don't even know where to begin. This artist is one of my all-time favorites. I talked about this Kickstarter on my stream multiple times, played the trailer multiple times, and the story is, or part of the story is, Jason Pearson, who is the artist, he passed away several years ago, and he started a Kickstarter actually to help fund new stories of this world called Body Bags. So Body Bags was a story that he created in the early 2000s? Late 90s, wow. And when it came out, it blew my mind because it's a combination of Michael Golden. He's definitely influenced by Michael Golden. You guys know how much I love Michael Golden. Action movies. Manga, believe it or not. Hip hop. Urban art. And he's just a really phenomenal talent. And Jason Pearson drew like issues of X-Men, like one-shot issues of X-Men. I should have pulled that out. I don't think I have that available. And then he did the first thing that really got my attention of his work is he did this Savage Dragon story called The Dragon Blood and Guts, and it is one of the best Savage Dragon stories in my opinion. It was just so cool and so different and dark, and Jason Pearson was part of a studio in Atlanta, comic studio in Atlanta called GIANNI Studios. You guys know Adam Hughes, Brian Stelfreeze, Carl Story, Cully Hamner. Those artists were all part of GIANNI Studios, and Jason was one of the main guys there. And anyway, this story, Dragon Blood and Guts, blew my mind when it came out. I just loved his art style, loved how he told stories, and it was just really gritty. Goodness. Then he came out with his own creation called Body Bags. And Body Bags is... These two they're called body baggers, and it's a father-daughter team, reluctant team, and they're bounty hunters. And it takes place in a kind of futuristic world, not super futuristic, definitely urban. And then they just deal with all these crazy villains. And at the heart of this miniseries, Body Bags, it was a father-daughter story. And it was great. It was really impactful and sad and cool. Just had a lot of edge to it, and I loved it. Just ate it up. And so everybody freaking loved Body Bags. He came out with a few other issues of stuff. And then he kind of fell off the mat. He did a lot of covers. He fell off the map. Dang it. Excuse me. Fell off the map a little bit. I think partially it was his own doing, like missing deadlines, and from what I heard, just rumors that I had heard. But also he apparently struggled a lot mentally with some issues. And then he passed away. But as he was trying to get back on his feet, he had run this Kickstarter campaign to produce more Body Bag stories, because that was arguably his most successful thing, was his own creation. So I backed it. I mean, he was alive. I backed it and just waited and waited and waited. Never came out. There was a lot of delays. People were getting angry, and then he passed away. And one of his friends... I believe his name is Kevin Gardner. Yeah. So this was an anthology series that Jason Pearson was a part of, that a lot of the Gaijin guys were involved in. And Jason did a story in here too. But Kevin Gardner, who owns 12 Gauge Comics, got a hold of, I guess he was good friends with Jason, and got a hold of his estate, pretty much, working with Jason's mom to try and continue on his legacy and honor his legacy. So one of the things was they had the originals of the entire Body Bag series. Jason had kept them. He never sold them. And so Kevin Gardner started a Kickstarter to honor Jason's legacy and produce an artist edition of Body Bags, of this book right here. They just produced an artist edition. And so that's been in the works for about a year. I was super excited about that. I backed it. And the awesome thing that Kevin Gardner did was, for the people who had supported Jason's own Kickstarter before, he honored whatever it is, whatever tier you invested, he honored that amount and took a discount off of this campaign. So that's great. So I just maxed it out. I'm like, give it to me all. So I don't know. I forgot what it is I backed. This is like a huge, I don't know, bookmark or something. In a nutshell, because I don't have all the time in the world, but in a nutshell, Jason just, the guy just oozed style. And it wasn't just that, but his fundamentals of storytelling and comic art were so solid. So I guess these are some prints. Man, my camera is not, well, I think I can go a little wider. But this is like a print series. And Jason, you know, arguably had a hard edge to his stuff. It was very violent, ultra violent. And some of his later stuff I wasn't the biggest fan of. Like this style was a lot looser with the inks. My favorite style that he did, it was Body Bags, and even before that, the Savage Dragon Blood Gents, when he had like, yeah, so like this looser style inks. It's cool, but it's not my favorite of his. This is kind of the period where Jason's stuff was some of my favorites. Okay, let's see. How can I get through this? So there's a couple print sets included here. These are really high quality prints. It's not just printed on like normal paper. It's kind of like this glossy. It's glossy. You can see the reflection there. This is classic. So this girl's name is Panda, and that's her dad. Clown face. So cool. Jason had a great design sense about him too. He got a little bit more cartoonier in his later years too of his stuff. Oh, this is good. Really cool. But I just love his use of blacks. Graphic. I mean, this was kind of the signature of Gaijin Studios, how like they used blacks and hard graphic shapes and lighting in their work. They're great storytellers, all of them. Ugh, another classic Jason Pearson cover right there. Jason could draw cars too, man. Like nobody. Just had so much attitude in his drawings. And it was really like this, just this like incredible artistic voice, you know, like he was never apologized for the stuff he did. And he could do superhero things like he's done, like he did an amazing like Wolverine story that I have, and I can look at that another time when I have more time. Okay, let's open the main. And then I have all this other supplemental stuff. Oh my gosh, this is a huge package. Oh gosh, this is killing me. So this is produced by Act 4 Publishing, which is Scott Dumbier's company. Scott Dumbier is the guy who basically invented the artist edition format. And a lot of the artist editions that I have, he's like the editor on. He used to work for IDW and do all this, but he started his own company, Act 4, because I think he realized, man, I can really corner this market. And he has. And this is one of the first projects that he released under Act 4 banner. Oh man, this is going to be my... I got a lot of these artist editions, and they're expensive. I don't plunk down money for just anything, contrary to popular belief. I have a feeling this is going to be one of my favorites. Here's the printed cover, and here is the artist edition. Which, this is actually... this is an altered version. Yeah, that's a different face. Clown face looks the same. But I don't know if you guys can see. Look at the... look at this hatching, man. The feathering. Jason Pearson did that so cool. This is where he got from manga. This like action feathering. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I'm totally ignoring chat. What are you guys talking about? What the? I used to know an Adam Hughes. Oh, I wonder if it's the same. Was he an artist? Medicated throat lozenges for Rocky? Yeah. That would be epic. Let's whack some people, honey. Okay, that's pretty much the story. No, it's great. It's like he's like a reluctant dad. I mean, it's violent and very adult. Oh my gosh, this is killing me. So here's the dedication. Dedicated to enduring memory and legacy of Jason Pearson. And I know that a huge amount, I don't know how much, but a huge amount of the profits of this publication is going to Jason's mom, which is such a stand-up thing for this guy to do. Special thanks to Michael Golden, Renee Witterstatter, who I believe is Michael Golden's wife, Bill Sienkiewicz, as well, all of Jason Pearson's family, friends, for unwavering support. I have some. Oh my gosh. So look at this. The inks on this are sick. Those guys knew how to ink. Look how clean that feathering is. There's like so much like style just oozing from these pages. There's a pretty morbid scene coming up here, so I'm going to skip that. But the other thing too is like Jason Pearson really, he told his story, like he could tell he loved film, and he told his story a lot like a filmmaker. Like you could feel it. It was really cinematic. Look at these angles, like it's like dynamic angles. Oh, his feathering is just gorgeous. Ugh. Jason Pearson did great, like, because he was really good at action, he did great, like, explosions. Here we go. Explosions, gunshots. Her face. This guy's like a pretty boy guy. He's like an assassin. And clown face. His main weapon are these huge like machete knives. Look at that. He cut the guy's nose off. Oh, it's so cool. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. And then he isolates that one hit. Tonk. Oh. Look at that explosion. Beautiful. This is funny, little Easter eggs. He hid like Hellboy here. This is from these characters are from Sin City. This is like walking around in an airport. I always dreamed of like owning originals by Jason Pearson. Like I said, I have a few pages. They're not like body bags pages, but they're pages from an X-Men story that he worked on. I happened to find them on eBay. Pretty cheap relatively for original art, and they're beautiful. But this is it right here. There's no way I could afford, and they didn't sell them, but there's no way I could afford a body bags page, but this is just as good. Look at that face. Killer. This was the label that they started. They were doing their own comics under this label, Blanc Noir, the Gaijin guys. Jason did body bags. Brian Stelfreeze did a story called Maximum Velocity. There was another artist by the name of Joe Phillips did a story called The Heretic. And Adam Hughes was supposed to do a story, but it never came out. Those guys were kind of notorious for missing deadlines. I think it's just because they just were art, like so obsessed with making the art as cool as possible. Man, oh man. So yeah, like here's her big like why she's wearing a cheerleader outfit. Your guess is as good as mine. But here's how it shows up in the main comic. And then this is original scan. So cool. Like, I love these expressions. He just had such a cool, like, a cool way of drawing people. They were cartoony, but realistic. Again, it's that Bruce Timm thing, but not as cartoony as Bruce Timm. A lot more solid and realistic. guy's totally referenced from Wizard of Oz. And then he just drew stuff with speed. Oh, this, oh my gosh. This splash is killing me. Look at these muscles. This composition. Chris Binks for Rocky. Really high quality prints while the paper's high quality art is debatable. Stop it. Let's not try. You might like the art of Go Boy 7, Rocky. Go Boy 7. I'll have to look that up. This is killing me. Guess Emo's right. We are going to watch him pass away on stream. Color printing is too expensive. Guy, we print it in black and white and charge extra from it. Come on, man. This is worth it. Artist editions are just the way to go if you can't afford the original art. And Scott Dumbier, man, knows how to do it. The scans, like, so you can see the paper, you can see the corrections, which there are barely any corrections here. And that's the same case of the originals that I have of Jason Pearson's. They're inked by another inker, Carl Story. Jason Pearson inked himself on these. And I'm sure he learned from Carl Story. Carl Story is one of the best inkers out there. Like this guy, this character Poppy just like bit it. And this is this whole setup of this whole sequence of like kind of blows himself up, and then you see Panda watching from a distance. Clown face, that was his best friend. He's just like pissed off, and then it's so cool. It's like cinema. Is that feathering I was talking about? You might have. It's great. You got to know when I love it. When I start making when I'm working on projects that I have a lot of fun on, all sorts of sound effects are flying out. This is a creepy villain that Pearson designed. He's like neither he nor she, either like ambiguously gendered character, and this was in the 90s, believe it or not. Very creepy character. I know that Jason was influenced by Battle Angel Alita. That's one comic that I remember him referencing, but you can see it with the like speed lines and the feathering and just the girl character. It's like huge boots. Yeah, there's barely any corrections in here. This is an awesome sequence. She like just shot the villain in the head. He's dying here. And then he's still shooting though. It's like his fingers on a gun trigger. Blam. Blam, blam. Love this reverse. Just the eye. Oh, blam. He hits a gas tank. Bubble. Super cool. Okay, so let's see. This is the first mini-series. Oh, and it just has all the other stuff here. So this was in a Dark Horse Presents annual. This is everything. A little smaller scan, so I'm wondering if... I wonder why did he scan it smaller? Or print it smaller, if it was for maybe a different scan. Yeah, so these were all like after this miniseries, Jason Pearson did like one shots here and there, sometimes in anthologies. You can see his style getting a little bit more cartoony too in the later years. Still cool. And then he did this one style that was like super animated looking. Look at that. It's like no hatching, just line work. I think because the hatching just took forever. But they almost look like cartoony. Still cool. And then he did this style. I think he stopped inking with brush and started inking with like a pen, which I don't prefer. It's still awesome, still Jason Pearson. But I like the ink brush work. I can see why it would take a lot longer though. Goodness. Now look how cartoony Clown Face looks. Oh, this is a good story. This is a great comic. It's a one shot. It's called Body Bags One Shot. And this is the art from it right here. Yeah, he must have been inking with just a pen. It's faster. But it loses something for me. I miss all the hatching. She's wearing a cheer outfit because she's like that one chick. I don't know her name or the name of the video game I'm thinking. Lollipop Chop Chainsaw. Oh, wow. What is that? Buffy, if she used a chainsaw, was a Valley Girl. Oh, okay. Huh. Her dad now looks like Tom from Midnight's Edge. See, I like this much more than Jack Kirby's work. That's a controversial statement. I think Jason was just, he was so of his time. But I just feel like he was such a singular voice. Like he was not like anybody else out there. Even though he's influenced by a bunch of things, he just kind of, he was this amalgamation of influences that came out in this like really incredible style. Oh, here's some pencils. Oh, this was like a never produced story. Wow. It's awesome to see his pencils. He got a little bit more cartoonier though. For sure. Like look how, oh, you can even see that. Look how cartoony that is for Clown Face. A lot different than at the beginning of this book. So sad. Oh man, this was one of the advertisements. Oh man, I gotta go. This was one of the first advertisements for Body Bags. Killer. 94. Look how like thick. Michael Golden. Wow, Michael Golden's originals. This is the guy who did the Nam from that master study I did. He did covers for Body Bags. Oh, this is the black and white for that pinup in the print set. Really cool. Oh. Good night. Oh, love that. It's great. This is like a kid's picture. I mean, like a childhood picture of the two of them. So much like soul in their eyes. Like there's such a story going on there. It's awesome. Super cartoony compared to older style here. Passed away on December 19, 2022 due to a stroke. Oh, there you go. Wow. That is amazing. Jason Pearson's body bags. Creepy villain. That looks like a pimp. Yeah. That's Trencher art style. Trencher. That's a nice call out. In response to telling John that he is demanded back in chat, I got a cat TikTok. Pebbles on heroin. Oh my gosh. Did you recommend that get an alt account so he doesn't dox himself? Yes, demand that John comes back. He's missed. Where are you, John? I'm voting for Juan. Don Juan. What's the Spanish word for purple? Oh, because of his profile picture. I cannot open. There's more. I think I'll save this for another stream, guys. There's more that came with this. Jason Pearson's sketchbook. Jason Pearson's Artist Edition Plus. This is more like, oh my gosh. I can't even process this. I think it just hurts even more because he's not around anymore to create more art. That's what hurts. But I do have to get rolling. Yeah, here's some of this. I have Jason Pearson's stuff like right next to my desk all the time because he's that much one of my favorites. And then they came out with these like trading cards too. Really cool. I can't wait to open these. I'll save these for another stream because they're worth it to look at. And in the meantime, I'm going to cry tears of joy looking through this. I wish I had knives like that. I won your body. Wow, you guys are... Yeah, where is John? He's missing all the good stuff. He passed away due to a stroke. Wow, that is amazing. Amazing, not like, yeah, amazing, but amazing like, oh, geez. Probably because he wasn't getting enough sleep, like me. Right. Mark keeps his bags in the basement. I lost track of chat really badly. Horrible. I'm a horrible host. But I just got too enamored by this. Like, I can't handle it. I can't handle seeing Jason Pearson's work. It's just that good. For me. That good. Yeah, just the feathering, man. It's just hard edges. It's always going hard edges. I don't know if you can read that. It says Gaijin, the story. A nod to their studio. Just the hard edges. Really awesome. Oh, gosh, look at that. It's like such a cool face. I know her eyes are like 3 times the size of her head, but such a cool face. Okay, I gotta roll. Holy cow. Thank you guys so much for coming on such short notice and also truncated stream. But I wanted to, selfishly, I just wanted to open that dang box so that I could enjoy it. Instead of waiting, just staring at it at the corner of my office and not being able to open it and enjoy it. That's sick. I'm too codependent. But this is Jason Pearson's Body Bags Artist Edition. Holy moly cannoli. If you like his work or any work that's like it, it's amazing. We'll talk more about it later. And then as also a reminder, not to not to take away from it, but the Hellboy, I'm just showing you, but I'm not really showing you. The Hellboy process, making of comic by Gary Gianni. Beautiful. Fiendish monsters, horror art of Bruce Timm. Fun surprise. Really good stuff if you like Bruce Timm. Really cool packages today. I got to stop buying things now because I spent too much money on this Jason Pearson thing. But anyway, I've got to run. Got to take my kid to an appointment. But thanks so much for joining me, everybody. Hit that like. Wait, did Adam show up? What's up, Adam? Good seeing you at the last minute.
This is Adam.
Sorry, couldn't stay. Check out the stream. It's really good stuff, Adam. And hope you're enjoying that Art of Daniel Warren Johnson. I haven't even gotten all the way through it, and I got this new thing to look through. So kind of insane. My life is insane. This is just more par for the course. But thanks for stopping by anyway, Adam. I'll catch you on Discord. I know you're in there. So yes. Thank you guys all for coming here. I'll catch you again soon. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. Hopefully this Wednesday. I'm shooting for it for this Wednesday, but you know how my schedule been. It's been nuts. I have to turn around some stuff tonight too. So a little crazy, but take care. See you around. Go read some comics. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks again for coming here. Mark's Music Obsession was first in chat. Thank you everybody that's been here. All the channel members, new channel members. I'll see you later.